to you. I used to always see you, at his school and be like, dang, he's so fine.
Okay.
But you was his coach and I didn't want to be like not professional.
Coach Jason happened to be my.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. We are giving you guys another review around Ready to Love. Yes, it's probably like my fourth or fifth review, but I wanted to break down a lot of the stuff that is happening in this episode. There's a lot to do, so I want to give it to you raw. All right, so we're talking about Alexis and her being a little bit thirsty, just a little bit thirsty, and we need to calm that down. Why? Because in a dating scene, this can be a major turnoff for a lot of men when they're dealing with women. Remember, this is also a competition, and so when you reveal your cards in your hands, you simply ask. You're simply asking for yourself to be beaten up early. Don't show all your cards, because when you do that, they know how you're going to play and how to strategize against you. Now Jason knows that she likes him the way she does. He has an aptitude or a mindset potentially that will use you to win the competition. Remember, it's a competition, not really a dating show, because people are getting voted off. You understand? So this is a competition, okay? So we're gonna break down some real stuff, guys. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, like it, share it, subscribe to this particular channel. If you want to see more great content like this, share this with somebody. And for those of you who are returnees, well, you got the minerals, you got the minerals. Let me turn my light on. You got what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. You know, when I got a blue light, you know what that means. All right, cool. Let's get into the actual summary of the video, and just listen to what she was saying that I found. I was like, oh, girl, you're doing too much for me. Ooh. Okay, that note was off. Listen.
Basketball coach. So I cannot believe he's here, and I was really excited and probably a little bit too giddy.
Pause. Okay, now. Here's the thing. She's really excited about being able to meet her son's basketball coach. She found him attractive. He's a good-looking guy. She wants to get to know him, and she's feeling a little bit too giddy, as she mentioned herself. The problem with this is that in an environment where it's competition, not just a dating field, right? I don't advise it's in a dating field, but I wouldn't advise it's definitely not in a competition field. To reveal your hand by saying to a man, I find you extremely attractive, and da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't have the same effect from a man to a woman as it does from a woman to a man. When a woman says that to a man, she opens herself up ready for that man. There is an area of mystique and there's an area of using your feminine energy to let a man know you're open without saying you're open. Right? Because the moment you say you're open, you are declaring and you are beginning to establish through your mouth. And I've always said this about masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy always looks to command, to direct, to state. But when we're dealing with the feminine, it deals with the emotions. And so here, the feminine energy deals with receptiveness. But one of the beautiful things about feminine energy, again, it's not female, it's feminine energy. You must use it at the right time. One of the greatest things about the feminine energy is that it uses the body. Because remember, feminine energy is about manipulation. Not in an evil way, by the way, guys. There is the evil form, but we're talking about the manipulation. A bit like when you take clay and mold it. It takes that same ability. And I said this with Stacey. She did it with AJ earlier on. When you use your body to show you're interested, then we've got a way to go. But when you say it outlandishly, what you may do is actually unearth a little bit, the man a little bit, because he may feel like, okay, wait, you haven't given me no chance to go back right now. You've just told me you like me straight away. Now that means there's going to be added pressure on. Right? Now, there's a time in the season to establish what you're doing. Remember, PEW. There's a time and a position to establish position, expectations versus the man's wants. But when you simply state, I like you, I find you attractive from early, and it's too early, you've basically taken the cake out the oven a bit too early. It's not done yet. Give it some time. You can think it. You just don't need to say it as a woman just yet. Am I saying don't tell the truth about how you feel? No, I'm saying to you, you have to understand how the game works, right? You have to understand how the game works. You've got to be able to maneuver this game in a certain way because it's a competition. And now you've revealed your hand, you can get played differently, right? So let's play it a little bit more. And she mentioned something. Listen to this.
Because here was my chance to let him know that I had been eyeing him for a minute.
Yeah,
Boom. Stop right there. This was my chance to let him know I had been eyeing him for a minute. That is a sound of desperation. No offense, Alexis. If she watches this, please, I'm not trying to shoot you. I'm trying to let you know what it sounds like. When you state that, oh, this is my chance to let him know, you're acting too quickly and too hastily. You see, the Bible lets us know that to the hungry man, everything bitter tastes sweet. Do not be quick and hasty to go and reveal everything, right? Have some discipline. Wait, pause, give it a moment, and let it rest a little bit, all right? Because what's happening is the desperation part comes in when it's like, oh, this is my chance. Like, you're acting like a fan. Like, you know when a fan sees a celebrity, oh my God, this is my chance. I may never get to say anything to my favorite fan again. I don't do that with fans. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't do that with celebrities, you know. Whenever I meet them, I'm like, listen, hey, appreciate you guys. If you've got time to talk, let's talk, whatever. If they don't meet me, don't meet me. I'm not rushing to do this thing, right? Because you're a human being. I'm not about to let anybody make me feel like I'm in a rush for anything except Jesus, okay? And so listen, when you do that, oh my God, like it's my chance, right? What you're likely to do is to rush, be hasty, make mistakes, and then you're likely to overexert yourself because now you really want it and you're desperately wanting it, that you're now making declarations that don't need to be made. Okay, look. If I'm honest, a compliment is a compliment, but listen to what she does. All right, listen.
I liked you when I first saw you in the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Boom. Oh, I liked you when I first saw you in the parking lot. That's the second one we're on now. We're on the second one now, right? We're revealing too much, sis. You're a beautiful woman, Alexis. Very beautiful. Might I add, very beautiful. Like when I look at you, I'm like, Alexis is buff. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's actually buff. And her dress sense, beautiful. What she was wearing was excelente. You know, it was classy but still sexy. I mean, the color she wore was stand out as well. Like, she was looking the part, absolutely. But this part where she's talking to Jason, I've liked you since, no, sis, because what you've done is made yourself not submitting, but subservient. It's a little bit different, right? And so when you submit, you willingly put yourself out of position. In this particular one, you can potentially put yourself in a position where you're going to be abused, right? And the subserviency it'll be subservient, not submitting. Submitting is a beautiful thing because both parties actually agree to this. So when you submit, I'm willingly saying I'm taking charge, but I'm doing it out of love. I'm not doing it out of authority. I'm doing it out of love. And so now my submittance to you is to show you love. Your submittance is to respect the leadership, whatever, right? We're going to call it that way, make it made basic, right? But it's submitting means you willingly lay down your tools. In this particular moment, you may think you're laying down your tools, but actually what you're doing is you're opening yourself up for abuse because you too quickly stated how you feel and where you are at the moment, right? And you heard him, right? What did he say? Oh, wow, right? It's too early, sis. Listen, let's go back. Listen.
Let him know that I had been eyeing him for a minute.
Yeah, I liked you when I first saw you in the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
I always used to be like, dang, I look a hot mess. I'm not living up to my brand name. He probably doesn't even find me attractive. You know?
Oh, sis. Oh, sis. Oh, sis done made a mistake. Oh. He said, oh, wow, right? That oh, wow was like, wait, okay, there's information that's being released that doesn't need to be released. Because obviously, he was a basketball coach. He probably did find her attractive. But again, let me have mystery. One of the most beautiful things, like, listen, when guys do it, women find it unattractive too. When a guy meets you, ladies, right? And he goes, he goes to you, listen, you're really beautiful. You go, oh, thank you, I appreciate it, right? And then he goes, nah, do you know what? You're actually buff, you're really pretty in that. You got cute toes. Oh my gosh, your hands are cute. When he starts over complimenting you, it becomes too much. It's too sweet. A bit like having an over sweet dessert. It becomes too much for your mouth. And the same thing with relationships. There's an overkill. She's done it 2 or 3 times, explained how she finds him attractive. I've liked you for a very long time. Sis, we don't need to know that. He don't need to know that just yet. Let your body language show him that so that he has to read. You've made it too easy. There's no hunting at the moment. Make us read you. Show me the delights of the fact that you find me attractive, but show me through your body so that I can also go, oh, does she find me attractive? Okay, let me try and peel back some layers to find out. I am not saying to become, a man should chase me and I should play hard to get. No, what I said was, you've got to package this right. Cookies in different packages, maybe the same cookies, but the way it's packaged will make people buy more on a different packaging. Okay, so it's very, very important that when you package it right. Okay, and so now, what you're gonna listen to? Listen to what she's gonna say at this part. I'm gonna rewind it slightly, right? Listen to what she says.
Let him know that I had been eyeing him for a minute.
Yeah, I liked you when I first saw you in the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
I always used to be like, dang, I look a hot mess. I'm not living up to my brand name. He probably doesn't even find me attractive. You know?
Boom. That comment right there. See, I said, do you know what I said this? When Alexis said, I'm Alexis Fly, I said, when people are arrogant, when people show a bit of arrogance, just a little bit of teetering on the arrogance, there's always an undercurrent of not really that confident. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, and Alexis maybe want to correct me. But when I watch it, what she's signaling out to the individual here is that when you say, I'm looking like a hot mess when I'm out, fine, all right. Then you went on to say, he probably doesn't even find me attractive. That is a baited question. Why do I say that? I say that because what she may not be thinking it, but it's actually a question that's meant to have a hook on it to say, give me the compliment back. Right? When I say, oh, he probably doesn't even think I'm attractive, what was subconsciously happening is, give me the compliment back. It's a hook. It's a hook question because it hooks into you. Say, give me the response back, which is, no, I find you attractive. And if he had done that, fantastic, let's go. But what we didn't, and maybe he did, you know, because we didn't see it, right? But we didn't hear that, right? We hear him in his VT say it, right? But it just shows when you do that, when you do hook questions, you're teasing at, you're trying to bait at, you're trying to find out what the person's response is. If you're trying to find out what their response is, engage them, then you shouldn't be revealing all your cards because you're still trying to understand and engage them. So once you understand where they're coming from, understand what position they are, then you begin to state where you are. You have to make it a mystery. We're still playing battleships at this moment. You are at B7. I'm not telling you where I'm at B7. You're gonna have to shoot a few torpedoes to find out where I am at. Okay, I'm not gonna just tell you where I am and then you can sink my ship. No. I'm gonna let you wrestle with it a little bit. Have a little bit of mystery. I'm gonna let you have a little bit of a hunt a little bit to try and find out where I stand at this moment, who I am and what I'm about. Right? Because if you notice, all the things that she was talking about was her beauty here. But he needs to know more than the beauty. That's what gets him in the door. He can see you're beautiful right now. But what you're saying right now is not matching the beauty. Let's play a little bit more.
You know what I'm saying? You haven't seen me this fly.
No, I haven't.
You haven't.
Bad. You see? Now it's just like, what? You don't have to say it. She's like, you haven't seen me this fly. And he's like, no, I haven't. Do you know what that actually signals? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if he did say, listen, no, actually, I think you've been fly all the time I've seen you, then you'd have got some bonus points here. But now he's obviously said, yeah, I haven't seen you that fly. Actually, it's kind of a knock, which means he hasn't seen you at all before this. You know, he hasn't seen you at all before this. Right? That's what I'm saying to you. Relax. Don't open yourself too much. You are fly. You are beautiful. You're a good-looking, beautiful melanin queen. God damn, you fine. You know what I'm saying? But let the mystery come out. Let it be mysterious. You understand? Say with me. Let it be mysterious. Yeah. Leave something to the imagination. Yeah. Yeah. Leave something to the imagination a little bit. Right? Don't fill in all the blanks for him.
They call me Alexis Fly because of my style. Anytime I'm walking into a place, it's like all the men look at me, they stare. I'm like, I know.
Like, I wasn't necessarily feeling the dress per se, but you know, she was definitely looking like she's fly. So I respect that. You know, what's interesting, like I said, is what's really interesting is obviously the fact that, again, like I said about that confidence, that oozing of character. Like, yes, I'm fly. Then show it. Don't you see? Saying it is one thing. All the men look at me. But when you're here. Why is it that now you're having to tell the person these things? See, almost what you're doing, you're almost chasing after the man, right? You may not be necessarily chasing him, but at a point you're almost chasing him, and then when you're asking him to chase you, it's too late because you've been chasing him. And you'll be like, why don't they chase? Why don't they come after me? There's a reason, because you've started off like you're pursuing them, right?
Well, I'm looking good. I know I'm fine. I'm out here trying to catch something, throw out my line, reel it in, but I can't reel in nothing because nobody want to talk to me.
And that's the issue. You're reeling. Stop reeling. Stop throwing your line into the sink. When they say there's plenty more fish in the sea, you are the fish. You are the fish, not the fisherman. Okay? You are the fish, not the fisherman. So you're not reeling anything. You just need to be presentable as a beautiful fish that the hook and line sinker will find. Do you understand? So the pursuing is what's causing issues for her. Right, the energy that she's carrying at a point in time seems to be of pursuit, a bit like what Alicia did with Brian last season. But she actually said it outright: "I'm not going to pursue you no more." But she didn't have to. We can see it, and so the same thing with Alexis here. And I think maybe it depends on like what you've been exposed to in your childhood and as you've grown up. A lot of times, the pursuing is like go and get what you want. But when it comes to relationships, it's funny because the type of woman that these men want to pursue are the type of men that want to pursue. So you're confusing the thing, my friend. The type of man that you actually want to pursue also wants to pursue. So if you're pursuing him, okay, right? He wants to pursue you. You're blocking it. The type of man that will accept being pursued is somebody who is not in the arena of pursuing. So those type of men that you go for oftentimes are not the guy. You want them, but because you're pursuing, you can't have them the way you want to do. Right? Let's listen a bit more.
Basketball was the first sport that my son has ever played. Okay. He still asks me about playing basketball, and I'm like, I can't find your teacher, and look, I just found him. Maybe.
That's a cute story. Do you know what I mean? I like that story. That broke the ice. I was gonna say broke the wind. That broke the ice a little bit. That brought another aspect of things and made them feel a little bit more comfortable. And obviously I don't know how he feels about having kids. I don't know if he's got a kid at the moment, so I don't know how comfortable with him actually actually becoming a father like that. But again, that's irrelevant at the moment because we're focusing on dating and getting to know one another. But if there is a little bit slight of a knowing, that may also cause a little bit of an issue. It may not cause an issue. It might be perfect. And so, play a little bit more as well.
Maybe I can keep him.
Hey, okay. I didn't know Alexis liked me like that. I was definitely surprised. But at the same time, I was a little flattered too because...
How's a brother flattered? How is a brother flattered? Deep it, man said flattered, I'm also flattered. No. Deep the word flattered. No. Deep the word flattered. Let me even Google it, blood. Let's Google flattered. What does flattered mean? Flattered means to feel pleased by something gratifying, such as honor or a sign of respect or defense. I was flattered to be asked to attend. Whenever we talk about flattery, right, we often talk about women. I know it's not always the case, but we also often always say, I'm flattered by your appreciation. I'm flattered by your compliments. I'm flattered by what you said about me, etc., right? It's very rare that you hear men say, I'm flattered by what you said, and so that's what I'm saying. The roles have almost been inverted by the way that she's pursued this thing, right? And so now he's actually the receiving end of compliments, which is it's not a problem. It's just that, as I said, timing is so key. Timing is so important. Listen to him.
She's legit. She's strong. She's intelligent. So she definitely has a leg up on all the other women for me.
Of course she will. This is just like Adriana all over again. Adriana and Rashid. Of course, when you let people know your position early, they will use you in this competition because at the end of the day, you're already conquered. Why do I need to conquer you again? You're already conquered. Why would I need to conquer you again? So there is no air of mystery, no air of pursuit, no air of wanting to go and grab it, no air of trying to go and pursue it because you've already established yourself and told us what you are. And so now there's nothing for me to do. You've already done it. You've exposed yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was for me saying, listen, ladies, listen. It's all well and good to like a man. Use your body. Use your body language. Show that you show that you like him without using language all the time. You show that through your body language. Why do you do that as well? When you don't say it, it's not confirmed. Therefore, it's up in the air. Nobody can say, oh, but she told me she liked me, and now there's a problem. See, that's why guys have mastered this. They don't say it. Why do you think guys don't say they like you? So that they don't get in trouble later on down the line. You have to master the femininity energy of being able to use your body to show that you're attracted. But if he messes up, you go, well, I didn't say I wanted you. I done told you. Like, I was just here enjoying your company, right? Until it's got to that stage where it's ready to go. When it's not ready to go, we don't have to say anything. We leave it as it is. All right, guys, listen, stay hydrated. If you agree with what I've said, comment in the comment section down. If you disagree, comment in the comment section down below. And share this with somebody. Send it to somebody. Let them be blessed by it. Stay hydrated.